the definitive list for Black Friday. I got it. I had to reach out to some contacts. I had to reach out to some folks, but I have the definitive list for everyday carry prep and just unique stuff that you may like. First, shout out to the sponsors to today's video. We first got to take a look at what's going on over there at Roaring Fire with this new Brigos, this EDC organizer pouch. This is a legit upgrade to the already affordable Pico Pouch Pro. And the crazy thing is that for the first 500 orders during this Black Friday sale they have going on, they're going to give you a free Pico Fire pouch. All you got to do is add it to your cart. They get to choose the color, but that's pretty fire. So the sale starts tomorrow, November 27th. It ends on December 1st. 500 orders, and you add one piece on there. They're going to ship it out, and it's going to be randomly colored. Listen, I like the way this thing looks. I actually think this is a legit upgrade from the very first OG Pico. I wouldn't even say OG because this is like kind of like the third iteration of this. But this pouch itself, I think that they're really starting to give you a little bit more flavor. So you're getting a loop panel on the front versus just a slick front. And then on the other side, they moved the loop panel to one side, and they're giving you different design scapes. They've changed up on the inside on how this bad boy looks. And in at all that, everything being said, it's still less than $30. Fire deal, I think, is going on. As mentioned before, Pico Pouch Pro. This thing is this is how much the Pico pouch is. So you add this to the cart. You can buy this right now if you want to, but you add this to the cart, it's going to be free. This is the new Roaring Fire Brigos Pocket Organizer. $25.99 is how much it's going to be for release. For Black Friday, it's going to be $22 and some change. I think that's pretty good stuff. And then they're going to have a bunch of just different bundles going on that they're going to be doing. So they're going to have different Black Friday bundles that are going to happen throughout the day on different days throughout the weekend. So if you've been interested in some of their stuff, they make a lot of great stuff out of wax canvas or whatever. This might be the opportunity for you to check this stuff out. Speaking of checking stuff out, also shout out to Wuben in the X4. Okay, listen, X2 Pro, the X4, Wuben definitely is making waves when it comes to the EDC community and just different stuff that they're pumping out. And the X4, when it first was released on Kickstarter in May, I wasn't the biggest fan of some of the things I wanted them to do. Since then, they've given me everything I've wanted. They've given me the bike attachment. So now I can put this thing on my bike. They have the rear tail switch. It still has that great 18650 battery inside. And for Black Friday, they're dropping this to the lowest price that it has been so far at $38.99. That is definitely a buy it now price if you've been thinking about it. It comes in different colors. And I literally just gave one of these to my buddy the other day. He came back, he brought me a smoked turkey for Thanksgiving, and he told me, he said his daughters are already fighting over this thing. I was like, yeah, it makes sense because this is very functional for a flashlight company that I feel like came out of nowhere. Regular price $50, $38.99 makes it 22% off. That is buy it now price. If you've ever been interested in something, it'd be time to snatch it up. Also, we got to talk about Vaer and their site wide up to 30% off on select watches. This is your opportunity to get something like maybe the S5 calendar field white, S5 calendar field black. Maybe get yourself a Dirty Dozen in the S5. Everything I just mentioned is going to cost you well below $200 because of the savings that you're going to be getting today. For instance, you want to get yourself the S5 Dirty Dozen 40 millimeter quartz movement, and you're still getting a 2-watch straps, still getting a 2-year waterproof guarantee, and now it's $59 because of this sale. This ends in a couple of days as well. Lots of great stuff going on. I thought those were some of the biggest bangers that I saw, and those were one of the ones I wanted to just kind of really tell you about. Now, Vertx, I did my gift guide for below $200, above $100, and 2 of their slings made the cut. The Ghost Sling and the Gamut 18 liter. Well, now they're having a 30% off on their website. And you can get 10% off on some additional sale items. Make sure you're using the code BFCM. 30% off any eligible items, 10% off on sale items, everyday low cost items. There's so many different things to choose from. They have bundle packages going on. This is your opportunity to get yourself something from Vertx and really save yourself money. Even if you can also use my code MarineX and get the code works the same way. So if you look here, I have the gamut in my cart. And if we go here to, let's see, so check out, you can put MarineX, that will get you the discount code, or you can put BFCM and we'll get you the discount code. So that sling I just reviewed, normally $199 and drop down to $139. That's a buy it now price. Lots of eligible items for this sale. This is one of those times where you definitely want to take advantage. This is something that I've never presented to you guys before, but I use this product literally every day. This is the first time I've ever seen this product on sale. I reached out to the company and they told me they have one sale a year and it's their Black Friday sale. This is the Yohann. These are their all wood stands that they use for different products. These things are made in Germany and or Switzerland, and they are fantastic. Okay, I have one right now that I'm using specifically for my iPad mini. This also can hold my 11-inch iPad. It just doesn't hold it as steady. I have one of these that I purchased for my 14-inch MacBook Pro, which my wife is using right now to take a bath. She has it next to her, rocking out, having a good old time. This is just an elegant product. And for the first time that I've seen 15% off one product or 20% off for two products, this is when you want to make this sale happen, because these things are expensive. They're made out of one solid piece of wood, whether it's walnut or oak or whatever. And so if you're going to get stuff like this, this is when you're going to want to actually snatch these bad boys up. So for instance, you can get this for your MacBook Pro. This is normally going to be pricey, but if I throw it in my cart, then it's already being deducted down here. So normally $239, $35 off. This makes this $203.15. So that's a buy it now price. And as I said before, this is the type of gift you either get for yourself or get for someone else that they literally will remember 4 years. I bought my version of this 4 years ago, and I was excited to see that they're actually still doing this and they've expanded the wood types. The one I have is made of oak. I would love to have one made of walnut, so just something to check out. This is not necessarily a Black Friday discount. This is Montana Knife Company dropping new stuff Black Friday week. And you have got to be following them if you want to see some of the stuff they're pumping out. They have people working all sorts of just grinding away, making it happen, making the culinary sets. They're dropping those. They just announced the Blackfoot Ultra that's going to be dropping here soon, which the Blackfoot was the very first knife dropped by Montana Knife Company. The 2.0 is the one that I have. I don't have the original OG Blackfoot. They just announced the Ultra series for the Blackfoot. These are going to be dropping literally tomorrow. If you want to get yourself an Ultra series, this would be your opportunity to do so. And I am very interested in hopefully getting myself one as well, specifically the Blackfoot Ultra. Okay, the carbon fiber, the blade shape. This could be easily an everyday type of knife, and you can take this thing hunting for you as well. They're also going to have very reasonably priced gear, like 30% off of crew necks and flannels, et cetera, et cetera. So they're jumping in the mix. Some of my favorite companies jumping in the mix, such as Gor Ruck legit is having a great sale for Black Friday. And it's not just apparel stuff. A lot of times, just keeping it real, what they will do is kind of put their shirts on sale, maybe some shoes on sale or whatever. And oftentimes you're kind of like, yawn fest. This is legit a sale to participate in. The GR1 Heritage Wax Canvas, normally $425, $297. Great discount on that. Look at the X Pack when it comes to the GR1 USA made. And my go-to is the GR2. I love the way that they're built. And so if you have been looking, this is your chance, because they're not just discounting accessories or shoes. You see the shoes here. These are legit bags, and these have the scars guarantee. You send these things back in, and no matter how beat up they are, they will fix it for you. You want to get yourself a basic rucker, start getting out there to ruck, $99, you're out the door. Rucker 4.0, 175, you're out the door. Multiple colors for all that type of stuff. This might be your time to shine as well. Eberlestock, crazy good sale right now. And they are giving Vertx a run for their money, 511 a run for their money, Gor Ruck a run for their money. And the thing is that veteran owned, designed, and I love the designs that they're coming up with. Up to 60% off site-wide, EDC, hunt, mission, range bags. I use their bags when I go to the range. When I take any, they literally can hold up my AR-10, which is 39 inches long, in their bags that they sell on their website. Other brands don't have bags that are that big. Their Hercules bag is what I use for that. Matter of fact, let's see if the Hercules is on sale, because it's just so crazy. There we are, 30% off the Hercules, which is what I use for my range bag. And it can easily hold my AR-10. $529, drop down to $370. That's a buy it now price. I would also take a look at the Fade Flex. $47.40 makes it the lowest price that I have seen it. The lowest price before that was $48. So 60 cents lower than the lowest price I've ever seen it, but something to check out. I'm also very highly interested in their bino pack, because I like the chest rig aspect of this. This is significantly better than what I have right now for my chest rig. I don't need it for binos. I would use it for like my cell phone, maybe a gas mask. Only thing I wish this thing had is, I don't know, the attachment for the weapon. I don't know if you have to have that or if they sell it, but $83, buy it now price as well. And the biggest thing also, one more thing I want to look up, because I'm about to do a video on this bag. I want to see if this bag is on sale. The Romat, it is. This is a fantastic bag. Eberlestock sent this out to me, $269, discounted 25% at $201. I'm telling you right now, I have not done the video on this bag yet, but if you have been thinking about the Romat, it does not matter if you're not a radio operator. This bag is the best rucking bag I have owned. And I have stuff from Gor Ruck, from Vertx, from other bags from Eberlestock, from Mystery Ranch. This thing is super comfortable, and it's fantastic because of the hydration system on this bad boy. I would just get it. I would just get it if you've been thinking about it. So check that out as well. Dango is going to be doing a very good sale for their wallets. I only like talking about three wallet brands for the most part. Dango is the only one that is making their stuff in America. Now, they have some already listed. They have the M1 Maverick. They have the M1 Rec Spec. But I want you guys to pay attention to some of these doorbusters that some of these brands are going to do. They're going to drop their newly released M4 wallet on Black Friday for the cheapest price it has ever been. So keep this link ready for yourself. It's not listed here yet. It's going to be released. It's going to be for sale on Black Friday. If you're a channel member, you heard about this first. If you're not a channel member, then you're going to see this later on Thanksgiving. Channel members saw this first, and maybe consider becoming a channel member, because I like to put this type of content out first for them. And maybe it may behoove you to prepare yourself so that you have it for yourself. Also preparing yourself, Matador is going to be dropping some stuff. Their Black Friday sales right now are completely hidden. Up to 25% off on their website is going to be happening starting on Black Friday. This is only going to be a one-day sale, and I'm pretty sure it's only on Black Friday. So if there's anything that you've been wanting from Matador, specifically the Globe Rider, the 35, I wouldn't get the bigger one. The bigger one's kind of obnoxiously big, but that will be the day. Don't buy anything on Matador today. Wait to see if the sales come for Black Friday, because I think it's going to be well worth it for you to check them out as well. Gerber gear. Gerber is having their Black Friday sale. An assortment of things are going to be going in and out for this sale. You have stuff like the dime, $22. I mean, you can normally snatch it up on Amazon for that price, but they're going to be having some different things that are normally not on their sale. So I'm going to just leave this link for you to kind of check out and see if there's anything you would be interested in. The one thing that jumps out at me is their Gerber e-tool is fantastic. $59 is a buy it now price for this e-tool. It's a really good e-tool. I would get that over any Chinese e-tool any day of the week. If this strong arm Magna Cut goes on sale, I will buy that. Right now it's $160, which is just normal price. If during this Black Friday sale it drops, snatch it up. Just giving you a heads up, snatch it up. Or if the Gerber Assert Magna Cut right here on the left side of the screen, if that goes on sale from $209, snatch it up as well. Those are two good things to snatch up and think about. Blade HQ go crazy. Blade HQ is doing some unique stuff for the Black Friday for this whole Cyber Week. First of all, they are sponsored by Civivi. And Civivi is just making the juice worth the squeeze on their website. This is the best time I've seen on Blade HQ since the 4th of July to really make your money stretch with some of these holiday deals they got coming up. First, let's start here. Any order over $150, you get the Gojiro, however you pronounce this, the Desert Warrior from Civivi. Just once your order's over $150, put the code into your Gojiro at checkout. This will just pop up in your cart. Okay, that's number one. They're gonna have doorbusters. Okay, that's something you want to think about. But they're also gonna have a crazy good sale on Hogue, especially if you want to get yourself some Made in America Magna Cut. This is the time to do it. They're going to be polymer scales and stuff like that. But the Hogue Deca, right here on the left side of the screen, Magna Cut blade, warning, $122.99. That's a buy it now price. They have a lot of different stuff that's going to be on sale from Hogue. So if you've really been wanting to try some Magna Cut, you're okay with these scales. And these scales can be swapped out with aftermarket scales. Get the blade steel. That's what you really want. Also, they have discounts on Benchmade. They are matching some of Benchmade's pricing that they're doing on their own website. Benchmade's having a 15% off sale on a lot of their stuff. Blade HQ's doing the same thing. So that's going to bring the prices down on a lot of stuff. And if you buy certain Benchmade's knives over a certain price, they're giving you a free hat. Let me just show you what a perfect cart could look like, depending on how you do things on Blade HQ. Get yourself a Benchmade 940 Osborne. This is discounted to $180, normally over $200. Okay, that's going to get you a free Benchmade snapback. So now you got your snapback. You're good to go. Let me zoom in so you can see a little bit better. So you got your Benchmade snapback. And then Leatherman's having a sale. If you order over $100 worth of Leatherman items, they're going to give you a free Leatherman T2. That's worth $60. So I threw 2 Leatherman rebars in the cart. Those are normally $99. They're $71. That got me to $140. Keep one for myself, gift one to a buddy. And then they get the Leatherman free T2 just popped up in the cart on its own. And then on top of all that, you still have the opportunity to throw the code in here. See if this code is working. And I just threw that code in here, and then they added this Civivi to my cart. So for $323, I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 capable tools. Plus, I'm getting the free snapback. One of those tools are free. Actually, 3 of those tools are free. This is a really great cart, a really great deal going on Benchmade or on Blade HQ rather. Buy it now. Just an example, what you can do. And over on top of all that, my order's over $99. This would ship for free. So something to check out as well. Pelican is doing some deals. Now, Pelican, they are doing some deals on their storm cases, which makes sense to be able to use those in inclement weather. Coolers, which I love, coolers from Pelican and coolers from Arctic. Yeti coolers are great. They're just too expensive. And then as well as their protector cases and their vault cases. So 20% off any of those. My go-to, if you're wondering, which one would I go for? I probably would go for the coolers because it's off season. Once the spring and the summer come, these are not going to be on sale anymore. So get them now, have them, put them on your boats, put them in the back of your trucks, whatever. And you're going to be saving. The price is already reduced. You don't have to enter any codes. You'll be ready to rock and roll. Now, listen, if you're getting good value out of this video, hit the like button. Also, consider subscribing to the channel because gathering all these Black Friday deals was long. It took me a long time. It took a long time. I'm probably been going live on Black Friday itself. You may notice I'm not even talking about Amazon Black Friday deals because I don't know what they are yet. I won't know what the Amazon Black Friday deals are until 2 a.m. Central here in Texas, because it will be midnight in California. Then the deals are released. So if you want to know, you may want to subscribe to the channel so I can go live for you and give you more information. Tactile Turn, Tactile Knife, they're sister companies working out of the same building here in Dallas, Texas. 15% off site-wide on eligible items. So this is your opportunity. What jumps out at me? Well, I own the Vaer. The Vaer is fantastic. I own the Vaer Magna Cut opener. It's Magna Cut and it's a bottle opener. It's a party trick. I like it. But out of the things that jump at me, what knife would I spend the money on? It would be the Maverick. If anything, the Maverick is going to have the Magna Cut, made here in Texas, rib for her pleasure, great crossbar lock. And this is your opportunity to really pick this thing up. $349 is expensive, but the craftsmanship and the way this thing is done is very, very good. And you're really going to enjoy it, in my opinion. So this be your opportunity. If you don't want to spend those type of big bucks, you can get a G10 Maverick and save yourself almost $100. So something to think about as well. As I said, their sister company, which is Tactile Turn, they're having 15% off on their website as well. Prices are already marked down for anything that's eligible. So you see here, the bolt action pin normally $99. It's marked down to $84. So if it's not marked down, it's not a part of the sale. So that's a safe way to know what's on sale and what is not on sale. This is one thing you may want to check out. The aluminum Apollo flashlights. Looks like not only are they on sale, but they're available, which is very rare because these things sell out super fast. So you might want to check this one out as well. Holme Hadfield. The Holme Hadfield. Hold on, let's talk about this Holme Hadfield, because the Holme Hadfield Armada is my go-to, okay? Back here, we have the Armada sitting right here underneath this 300 Blackout. That is where I keep all my knives stored up. I think it looks really good. It's kind of hard to see. Obviously, it's dark. But the point being is I love my Armada. It is one of the most precious gifts you could ever get. If you were thinking about putting something on your list, is something to display and hold your knives, your challenge coins, your pins, your watches, whatever. So if you look here, they're having their Black Friday sale. Their Armada, as I just mentioned, normally $525. It's on sale for $420. Just a slew of different items on here. The thing that I really, really want is the winder. This thing has this, you can store cigars on the bottom or any other knickknacks that you want to. 3 static watches on top. 2 automatic watches can be right there in the middle that will wind those and keep those good to go. Silent Japanese motors on this bad boy. This is just, I really like this. I don't need it though. I already have a 9 watch winder here, so I don't have a need for it. I just really like the way it looks. This will be a buy now price if you ever want to get something like that. Are you sharpening your own knives? Do you sharpen your own knives? I do. And TS Prof, this is a Russian company making a lot of stuff in Czech Republic or in Russia, and they're about to have some good promotions. And so one thing I would say is the Black Friday sale starts as the recording of this video in 23 hours. They're telling you what's about to happen. My go-to sharpener is the Pioneer. It's right here in the middle of the screen. It's going to be 12% off. That will be my go-to purchase if I were going to be buying anything from TS Prof. Or get yourself some extended clamps. So if you have knives that need a little bit more room, you can get yourself some clamps. Maybe get yourself some stones. This is your chance. Very rare sale coming in from TS Prof. Great company when it comes to sharpening. In this sale, it's not going to be long. It's going to be tiered. It's going to be random. And you just got to prepare yourself if you've been trying to get more stuff for your sharpening purposes. Nutsac is doing I think they only do 1 or 2 sales a year. They always do a Black Friday sale. It's always worth it. They're making stuff in America. 10% off using the code BF2025. And that's already a good deal, right? They haven't raised their prices in 5 years from just using the Wayback Machine, looking at their prices. But you know what? Anything that's tactical black, see where it says right here, 30% off these bags. Anything tactical black, use the code tactical30. You can get the Sling Plus, the Morale Sling Tactical Black, the Speed Sling, or the Sling Tactical Black that doesn't have the Morale patch. Any of these bad boys, 30% off. Meaning if you wanted to get the Morale Sling, instead of $200, it's going to be minus $60. It's going to put you down to $139. There you go. Put the code in there. Drop my cart down to $139. That is definitely a buy it now price if you were thinking about getting these slings. And I love them. Matter of fact, I'll show you mine. I mean, it's hard to see. It's pretty dark, moody in my man cave. But this is my tactical black Morale sling. And this is in Cordura. But it's fantastic. It's just really good. It's only about 5.7 liters, but that's all you kind of really need to just out on the day type stuff. It can fit like an 11-inch tablet. It gets the job done. I'm a big old fan of it. I think you will be as well. So that's what mine looks like. Discount when you throw it in the cart. Big Idea Design. They're having a 20% off site wide. Use the code Black Friday 2025. This is your chance. I'm not a big fan of some of their stuff. Like I particularly probably wouldn't get their watches. I probably wouldn't get the backpacks, but the bit bar, their pins. Yeah, it's go time. Some of their knives, it is go time if you're really looking for it. So for instance, I've been kind of interested in the bit bar number 2 because I got that generic bit bar from Amazon. So $120, throw that in the cart and use the code, drops it down to $96. That's a little bit better, a little bit more, manageable when it comes to the spin on that. It's titanium, bits, all that good stuff. Muck boots. Muck boots are my go-to, especially the Arctic boots. Any of their boots these are what I wear in the middle of the hunt. When it's very cold outside, I like Muck boots. So let's see, if I throw my favorite boot in the cart, normally $175. If I use the code TAKE25, that brings the price down to $131. These are my favorite boots that I wear when I go hunting. I wear a soft toe, not a steel toe. These keep my feet warm as I'm getting in and out of deer stands, as I'm walking through mud, as I'm processing kills. These are the boots I wear. And I didn't get them for $131. Let's just put it like that. I think I actually walked in Cabela's and bought these. So this would be a better buy if you buy these on their website. My favorite medical kits next to Urban Medical Supply. I have 2 places I go: Urban Medical Gear, Adventure Medical Kits. If I'm not DIYing a kit, I like to buy kits from these 2 companies because they're consistent. I know what's in them, and I can buy refills. That's the biggest thing about Adventure Medical Kits. My go-to kit that I like to put in bags is kit number 3. So I like to get med kit number 3. It's a great ouchie boo-boo kit. It's normally $14. It is $11.99. That's a discount is a discount. This is going to have stuff in it like bandages, butterfly closures, some tape, some gauze, just stuff in here that you can use on a bike ride, a hike, when you're going on a walk, whatever. Ouchie boo-boo, you're ready to deploy it. Guess what? If you come back to their website and just buy the refill for the med kit number 3, keep the outside bag, buy the refill, you're saving money. Okay. So they're up to 30% off site wide. That will be my go-to. Also, if you want to get a larger kit, you might want to get yourself the med kit Pro or the med kit 7. Those are kind of my favorite as well, but it's going to be up to you. So here's a good chance to check that out. Coast is having a cyber savings. I'm hoping they add some of their weapons lights to this list, but I'm going to tell you my go-to light for an oh shit handle. I did an entire video on how to replace the oh shit handle in your vehicle. It's, that handle above your head if you're in an SUV or a truck, helps you get in and out of a vehicle, or you hold on to it when you're doing a crazy left or right turn. I took that handle out and I replaced it with a Coast XP18R. My XP18R cost me $99. This one would cost you $50. Okay. This has been replaced since with the, I think it's the XP20, but anyway, I don't think this is in production anymore. I think that's why you're able to get it for such a good price. I might even decide to get the XP26, which has more lumens. It has more range. It has, I don't know. It's kind of hard to choose between the two, but they do have quite a few deals here on their sale. The Poly Steel 600 is what I keep in Mrs. X's armrest to her vehicle for a flashlight. They have really good rechargeable batteries. They just have a very good list of flashlights on here. The breaker. Hopefully the breaker goes on sale. Now I'm kind of curious to see if they have any of their weapons lights on the sale. I'm not seeing a weapons light yet, but hopefully they add it throughout the sale because their new weapons lights are freaking fantastic. And I think you would like those as well. CRKT Black Friday sale. They have 19 available items that you can use this on. The Ritual Assisted is the one that jumps out at me. It's ugly and nice looking at the same time. Normally $105, $70. Takes that a little bit more than 30% off. That's pretty good. The Pilar Frame Lock, $24.99. This is an OG. If you don't have a Pilar in your collection, this is the time to get one, okay? You also may want to take a look at this folding razzle. If you want a snub nose, if you want a knife that doesn't have has more of a blunted tip, which you can kind of use for prying, $32.99, get you out the door on that as well. Then they got some other options that you might want to check out. 19 altogether. Very interesting selections. Let's see, load the rest of them here. They got an axe. That looks pretty interesting. Yeah, so check those out. See if any of those tickle your fancy. Dango Defense, their apparel, not the actual weapons, guys, okay? Not the weapons. This is their apparel, all right? They're having a pretty good sale on their website. So it's just really going to depend on what you want to do here. Up to 20% off on some specific items, 30% off on other items. So if you are a Dango Defense type of guy, I am, that 300 blackout behind me, that's a DDM4 by Dango Defense. So I like some of their apparel. This would kind of jump out at me. You may want to snatch some of this stuff up as well. Fanttik, this is your opportunity. You ride e-bikes, you want to keep some spare stuff for your to blow up your tires and for your truck, or if you're trying to get something for your spouse or for your teenager, this is time when you buy some high quality stuff from a reputable brand. At least once a week, one of these companies reaches out to me, want to send me an air inflator. I almost always say no. If Fanttik reaches out to me, which they have in the past, I always say yes, because I don't need them, but I will take one, give them some content, and then give them to a neighbor because they're reliable. They have a good warranty. They work well. And I just like the fact you can use them in multiple different ways. My favorite by far is the Fanttik X8 Apex. I gave this to my neighbor. He uses this for his motorcycle. Normally with $99, you're getting 10% off. That's going to bring you down to $89. And then they have an additional coupon that can save you $25 altogether. So check out their sales between their vacuums, their inflators, their toys. I think you're going to find something interesting that you might be able to get for yourself or for a gift. EMP Shield. Okay, listen, the EMP Shield is an interesting thing. I use an EMP Shield on my vehicle. What is it for? EMP Shield is something that's going to give my vehicle some type of protection in case of it gets struck by lightning, an electromagnetic pulse. That's what the EMP stands for. A transformer goes out very, very close to my truck. A solar flare. Very low likelihood of these things happening, but a solar flare can be up to 22,000 amps or over 200,000 amps. Different levels of EMP. Hook this thing up correctly. You're absolutely going to have more peace of mind. And the thing is that this device is being used by Department of Homeland Security, the FBI, other agencies, and it's been tested. Okay. They just came out with the micro. I would love to have the micro in my wife's vehicle. I have to convince her to let me do it. Right. I don't want to just throw it in there. She wouldn't know it because it literally is underneath the hood of your car. But I have the regular right here on the right. The micros $449. They rarely have sales. My advice, guys, do your research, but I would definitely look into it for yourself. I'm looking into it because they also have stuff for the house. So you can get home protection type stuff. and hook these into your actual junction boxes, into put these into your wall, and this will protect against the same things in your breaker box as I just mentioned for your vehicle. So I'm looking into it. I think I might pick up something here for this sale. You might want to as well. Fix It Sticks. We just talked about Daniel Defense. Fix It Sticks is my go-to for when I do adjustments on my weapons. Listen, guys, when you do adjustments on your weapons, you have got to torque stuff down to spec, whether it is ACOGs or other type of scopes, whether it is even some lights have to be torqued down to certain type of specs. You need to make sure that you're putting the stuff down to the correct spec. Otherwise, you can damage the item or it may not function properly. Fix It Sticks is what I use for that. Rare sale that they're having. So 10% off store wide. Use the code FIXMISS25. So you might want to check that out while you can. Princeton Tec. Princeton Tec is my go-to because they're making stuff in America, and I'm slowly but surely outfitting my ballistic helmet. I have a bump helmet and a ballistic helmet. My ballistic helmet now has a Charge X infrared max, and I recently am about to, I don't have nods. So right now I'm going to put on the very front of my helmet, I have the Viz 550 RGB. That's just my solution for now. Nods are very expensive, but I would like to have a light source on the front of there. But this is your chance to kind of, if you've been wanting to get stuff, whether it's going to be for Picatinny rails, for your weapons, for your ballistic or bump helmets, or just for your noggin, you can wear these as headbands on your head. This is your opportunity, up to 40% off on specific items. And they have tiered rewards. Spend over $125, you get a hat. And if you spend over $150, you get a Byte headlamp. So check that out as well. Orbit Key. Orbit Key is my go-to when it comes to my tech organizer. That's 25% off. Then I just recently picked up their daily tote. That's 25% off. Then they have the Organizer Pro. This is the first time I've seen it this low. Normally $64.90, let's call it $65. $48.67 is a buy it now price. It is a buy it now price. Don't even waste your time wondering should you get it. I'm actually kind of wondering about this Black Friday mystery bundle for $149. I don't know, the best kind of surprise. With the mystery, you'll get our products at a fraction of the price. You spend $149, they get to choose. Now, it just doesn't really say what you're going to get. It just says guarantees one premium item worth $79 in each box, new products included. So you're spending $149. There's only 100 of these available. And so I guess you're going to get at least 2 items of $80. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to work, but if somebody does this, let me know in the comments how that works down below. The other thing I can easily recommend is the 2-in-1 tech pouch. First time I've seen this discounted. Green is the fastest way to my heart. $60 is a buy it now price. Don't hesitate. Don't pass go. This is the best tech pouch right now on the market, in my opinion. Fight me in the comments, but this thing is fantastic. You're not going to be disappointed. I think you would absolutely love it. Lochby, something else you're going to love. A rare sale coming in from them, 25% off site wide. You're wondering, X, what do I get 25% off site wide? Get the mini field journal. Okay. Get the mini field journal, get an olive. Thank me later. Normally $50. Well, $49. It's now $36.75. That's a buy it now price. $49 is a buy it now price. I wish they had it in multicam. It's out of stock. Okay. But if you don't want to rock with that, I would say get the Venture pouch. Venture pouch is what I'm using right now as a med kit. Normally $49 is $36.75, or get the mini Venture pouch. Actually, you can get any of this stuff. I'm be honest with you. Any of this stuff is good to go. I'm not gonna lie. Any of this stuff is good to go. You'll be happy with any of it. Right now on my desk is the field journal. This is what I use for taking daily notes. Man, I mean, this stuff is here. Let me just show you what I got laying around Lochby wise, because it's just quite a bit of it. It's just the Venture pouch, as I mentioned before. Okay. The venture pouch is what I have a med kit inside. This goes in and out of bags very, very easily. And that adventure medical kit, it's in here. When it runs out of stuff, I just refill it. Then the field journal. This is my go-to for taking notes. It comes with a journal inside. If they make this in multicam black, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. They might as well just throw it in the cart. Normally $59, $44.25 is a buy it now price if I've ever seen one. We got to talk about the Proof wallet. Proof wallet is use the code STORE30, 30% off store site wide. This is a buy it now price for Proof. This is my most recommended wallet. It was thought of by two Marines. Let's just see how much. If you use the code MarineX, that would normally get you 10% off, but let's just get rid of the code MarineX. Let's put in store 30, significantly bigger discount. So throw that in there. $87 is a definite buy it now price for the Proof wallet, especially the founder. It's the OG. It's the one they started off with. I think you would definitely love it. And here is a doorbuster secret, guys. Don't tell them I told you. Premier Body Armor, the Buffalo Armor Star level 3+ plate. Okay, so level 3+ plate is going to give you superior protection for a SAPI made in America. This type of plate is going to give you protection against a 7.62 round. Normally $180. 33% off is going to get you almost $36 off this. That's a great price. That is actually it's more than that. It's almost $60 off. Math for Marines, right? I mean, this is just a really good price for this plate. And this is going to be something you can use in your ballistic plates, some of your backpacks, whatever you may want to put it in. But this is a very low drag SAPI plate from coming in from Buffalo Armory, and it's made in Buffalo, New York. This is a doorbuster deal. They're going to have more deals on Premier Body Armor, but this is their first deal that I'm telling you about. Don't tell anybody I told you about this, okay? First time stopping by, hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you a part of the battalion. If this is not your first time stopping by, well, thank you once again for watching me run my grape. That was a long one. I told you. For everyone else, we'll speak soon.